Happy Friday, happy FriYAY, YouTube family. It is Tappy hour. Murphy's Irish Red, because I deserve it. It's been a busy week. I've invited a handful of people to tag along with this ride today, but a couple of them are out of town. And that's fine. People are celebrating anniversaries and traveling with family. You do you. Um, Happy for you. Couple of things to talk about. I mean, the tagline for this was to talk about multiples, buying multiples of albums. Why do we do it? And yeah, might talk about that a little bit. Wait a few minutes, see what's going on, because you never know what's going on. I got so many windows open, it is nuts. Let's see. Oh, apparently I'm live according to my email. Go figure. Back up on this so I can see messages if they pop in. Whew, having too many windows up in a PC is frustrating at times. Okay, so today, multiples of albums. Where did this come from? Actually, Alex over at Beer and Vinyl kind of not triggered, that's the wrong word, inspired the idea for doing this, which came to me moments ago. Well, not moments ago, looking at email of something that I have shipping from England that hopefully will not come on a raft and take 8 years to get here. Apparently, it's in the United States already, which I was pleasantly surprised. It was just a few days. But Alex was totally over. He messaged me a few days ago and he was like, "Oh my god, I just played this album and it's so freaking good." And it is the Blue Nile's Hats. When did this come out? It's pretty old. 89? I thought it was older than that. I thought it was like 84 or something. Beautiful album, beautiful production, amazing. What should we call this? Art pop ish, kind of Brian Ferry like, not ambient, but really well crafted song structures, prefab sproutish type thing. Beautiful album, and I agree with him. This is a used copy I picked up not many years ago, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, at a record fair for like $5. I mean, is it in perfect condition? No. Is it playable? Heck yes. Looking at price tags on it. Well. Anyway, A&M Records. Beautiful. Ooh, look. Oh, there we go. We can shine my screen light on it. Good player copy, but I started digging around to see if I could get a updated vinyl copy, and it turns out that the Blue Nile official website, which is through Townsend Music in England, who I've bought a lot of albums from, they kind of house the artist stores for groups like Feeder and Gary Newman. Blue Nile has one, several others do too. And there is, bump my mic, I'm so sorry. There is a new reissue, I think it came out last year or the year prior, of this album on glorious 180 gram vinyl. It is on its way, probably by raft, to me, hopefully coming next week. So why am I buying multiples? Because I also already have a CD of this. The CD is an exception. Let me explain. There's going to be a lot of explaining today. This was not my introduction to Blue Nile. This was my introduction to Blue Nile. And this is the A Walk Across the Rooftops album, which is beyond stunning, but also extremely hard to find on vinyl. Full stop. Looking at the used market for originals, really pricey. And I was, yeah, not going to go there because I had the CD. I'm fine. Okay, fast forward to this. So I had the original vinyl, but I wanted this on CD because then I could have, like, their two prime albums that are absolutely stunning completely. So thank you. This was an eBay find from these guys out in Frederick, Maryland. I've actually been to the store when I lived out in DC. It's called the Record Exchange in Frederick. They have kind of an eBay presence, and I found this you know CD on the cheap. The vinyl versions that are coming in of Blue Nile's hats and Walk Across the Rooftops. Yes, I bought that one too on vinyl. Coming over were not cheap. Not so much the price of the vinyl as much as was, of course, shipping. So shipping from England to here, tracked, was 23 pounds, which roughly converts to about $30, which par for the course. It seems that's how much it is. So anyway, I think Alex said he bought a copy of this on vinyl from someone. But Alex, if you see this, keep me posted when the new one arrives. You're welcome to this one if you do so want it. So let's see what's going on. I do not have my comments on. That's silly. Got my banners on. No comments at the moment, and that is just fine. Show comments on stage. I want to see what that does. Chat overlay. Full HD, blah, 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 blah. Learning StreamYard is so much fun, isn't it? All right, Instagram. I have a message from somebody. Rob at Northern Revolutions. Can I join us? Because he is having his anniversary. Sweet. Congratulations, sir. That's cool. Anyway, this was the inspiration for this discussion today. Because it's Tappy hour, I'm having a beverage. It's been a crazy week. If you've seen my YouTube video for this week, was talking about this huge collection I got from a friend of mine. Just like, please take these records and get them out of my house. And going through them, it's about 300 or so albums. About 10% were usable. Some were immaculate. If I wrap up my discussion on multiples, we might go there. Anyway, some multiples of albums are kind of inherent. For example, I have YouTube Beatles Mono Revolver. This is a reissue from 2014, I think it was. I gotta put the name on it. Of course not. It's the last generation, not the new box set. This one from when they released them separately. I picked up this one, but of course, I also have a Beatles Revolver in stereo because there are some things that are better about this and some things that are better about that. Ask any Beatles person. I don't define myself as a major Beatles person, although I do have a shit ton of Beatles stuff. Thank you, Monobox. That's sitting in the other room, not unopened, just I'm not going to say unimpressed. I'm glad to have it, but for all this is the second generation Monobox. For all the issues and frustrations that has had, it's been not unused, but not unloved. It's just kind of there. I really want to go through the book. I haven't been through that yet. But other times there are, and the other thing for multiples is if you're old like me and you've been around for years and years, most of this collection right there in this cute set of cubes is my original pickups of records from the 70s and 80s before CDs became the norm. And kept those. I was not one of those people who was like, "Oh, CDs are great. I'm gonna get rid of all my vinyl." No, 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 no. I did not do that, and I continued to buy, a lot of used vinyl during that time when that conversion was happening. But I have a lot of albums that I bought back then. That perfect example: Hagar, Schoen, Aronson, and Shreve. This is a super group of Sammy Hagar with Neil Schoen from Journey, Kenny Aronson, and Michael Shreve. And yeah, this is one of my Desert Island albums. I absolutely love this record. It is so good. Literally bought this pretty much the day it came out in 1984. And is this my original? Let's get the right one here so I can safely be talking about what I'm talking about. So, original. Awesome. Sounds great. Quite old. But I literally went through 2 copies of that album because I played the living hell out of it. So that when CDs came out, this was a grail for me on CD for the longest time. Because I don't, if it was issued in America at, 87 or whatever, it was very limited numbers. But I eventually did get HSAS on CD. Top of the Rock. Just stream that song. And you'll go, oh my God, this is an amazing hard rock record. Beyond belief. Steve is here. What's up, man? I like the version of Wider Shade on HSAS. I do too. Is it the best version I've ever heard? No. Does Neil Schoen's guitar work on Wider Shade kick butt? Sure does. As does Sammy's vocals work for me for the most part. I absolutely love this album. So, had the original, played it out, bought another one. That's what this is. Bought it on CD. Fast forward to 2025, earlier this year, when I found a promo copy on Quiet's vinyl. If this is the right one. I'm pretty sure it is because it's in plastic sleeve. So yeah, for some reason, promos were put on the Quiet's vinyl, but not the OGs. And I don't know if that was just a production decision back then, but I don't think I've ever seen. I've seen direct metal masters of albums, but I've seen very few Quiet's records that were not promo albums. It just doesn't seem to happen. So that's an example. Original, bought it again because I played it out. The original has since disappeared, but that was within the span of a couple of years. Then the CD, another copy. So over time, I've had 4 copies of HSAS. Fantastic album. How about multiples of vinyl because you had an original stolen or lost or whatever? Does that count? Yes and no. Okay, so I remember having the original Smith's Meet His Murder album right when it came out. I was an enormous Smiths fan from the word go. This was I think this is the first album that came out in the United States. Stuff like the first Smiths UK album, I don't think came out until later. I could be wrong about that, and they were on Sire Records. So I have this one. This is the one that has How Soon Is Now on it, which was not on Meet His Murder UK version. So this is the US version of this. Fast forward many years. What shows up is I don't know if this is a Rocktober or just a vinyl. It's a Rhino reissue of the original UK remastering, supervised by Johnny Marr of the same album. fantastic. This does not have How Soon Is Now on it. It has the original amazing track listing. I'm sorry for the terrible lighting and shiny yada yada. But if you know, you know. There are basically two versions of this album. So that's why I have this on CD. Factor of being old. Anyway, yes, buying this on CD was amazing, but now I have the Rhino reissue and the original. Mm, mm, Steve, I can imagine you suffer from this issue when it comes to multiples of records because you've been around as long as I have with this whole record collecting business. I can imagine you have several and then some. And I cannot get this bloody thing back in because I don't want to spend half my life putting these all away later. As we know that works, or how that works. I have a few others we'll talk about too. This might be a shortish live stream. That's fine. I know the UK is busy with a lot of like football finals and Premier League this and Premier League that. So I don't expect a lot of my UK friends to show up. Gary Newman fan, you know me. Yes, I'm a Gary Newman fan. I have been and will be. And A is for Alice. It's another live album coming out. You showed me when you were on your trip. And I haven't pre-ordered it yet. It has shown up on Amazon, the CD, and the live triple freaking album. The show's from 2023, and we'll see. I might go. Hang on. Live streaming is thirsty work. Okay, Gary Newman. Berserker came out in 80 something. 84, I think, 85 maybe. And it was the first album that Gary Newman did on his own label. He broke away from Beggar's Banquet or was dropped or what have you. Started his own label and started putting out his own albums on his own moniker. This is the beginning of the era of what I call the lady backing vocals era of Gary Newman. But this took a while for me to find because I lived in the upper Midwest of the United States at the time where things did not exactly fly into my part of the world very often, especially not when I just started college in that period of mid 80s. So yeah, this came out, loved it, played it to death. What else came out? CD era kicks in 87, 88. I think I found this in 1990-ish. This is reissue? No, this is the original. Yeah, I found this in the 90s on eBay. And this is the extended version of Berserker, which has extended length songs, slightly remixed, sometimes better than the original. I mean, some of these clock in like 8 and 9 minutes long. 6. This is New Love is like 8 minutes and 45 seconds, but it's so good. All right, time out. Let's see what Steve's talking about. True. I've owned many albums, many formats, LP, 8-track, cassette, CD. I've been there too. Finally, the expanded anniversary box set. And it happens. And then you get, the audiophile types are like, oh, Steely Dan's Asia that I bought on 8-track when I was 2 or whatever. I have to have the UHQR and it's $150. I can't go there. It just doesn't work for me. There are limits. We'll talk about that. But anyway, CD about the extended. So I had the extended mixes of this. How do you know they're extended mixes? You ask. There is a... I thought on this one they didn't do it. I think all of the original CDs of this have the extended mix. Others have like they're Numa CD1, Numa CD2. They have Numa CDX. The Fury is an extended mix that does that too. Fast forward again 2000-ish. Went to England and found Gary Niman's Berserker remastered. I don't know if it's remastered, but it was reissued by Eagle Records in the 90s. They kind of took over the Numa catalog and did that. So, okay, have you kept count? That's 3. So, original album, original CD, extended mix, new mix, not new mix, but new issue. Then this came out this year. Freaking double album with B-sides and all this good stuff of the same album. Why do I need 4 copies of this? The older I get, the older I get. Hey, you.
Hey, mate.
The more I get, the more I need every CD and copy of vinyl imaginable in history of the free world. Right? Hang on. There we go. Are you there?
Happy Friday.
Okay, I didn't hear you. I was like, what? Make you loud so I can hear what's going on. Yeah, so we're talking about multiples of multiples of multiples. I invited a whole bunch of people, but everyone's busy, so I understand.
Hey, Trev, you right, mate? Oh, it's not Trevor.
I'm
Who's
tired.
this? Steve. Steve, sorry. You're right, Steve.
Hey, Chris.
There you go. Multiples.
Multiples. What have you been up to today, sir?
Nothing.
Good.
Absolutely nothing today.
That's the way it should be. That has been me to a T. I had someone come look at my roof because we've had storms and stuff, and I've seen some issues with my house, so I had him look at that. Then I was like, all right, it's sunny and nice for a change after days and days of cold and rain.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I had to get out of the house, so I did for a while, and now I'm back, and I had the germ of an idea for a live stream, so here we are.
I'm trying to think multiples. I think I pretty much got rid of my multiples because I sent you the Stereophonics one that I had a double of. I sent Rob one that I had a double of.
Thank you for that, by the way.
For me. So I'll have a quick look now, see if I got anything that's the same. But I think I'm pretty easy on that one.
No, that's fine.
One thing I did pick up.
Hang
Hang
on, I'm going to get back to you. I had to check my messages to see if anyone was out there. What you got, sir? Am I going to have to make you big?
Where is it, buddy? Okay. So, still haven't done a video on this. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if I can be bothered.
Hey, the only reason I ended up doing a video was because I got that trove of freebies.
So, I picked up this one.
How is it? Have you played it?
Yeah, I played it a few times. It sounds really good, actually. But it's what you expect from Rhino. So, yeah. Do you want to see it? Or not?
Yes, please. Show us. Show and tell. It's like being in kindergarten. Come on.
Okay. So
it's like show and tell for adults.
Yeah. So that's the front. This is the back. It's not really good on this camera. It's kind of like a green from the original.
I can't see this. Sunny and nice in Chicago and Tucson. Yeah, I bet it's hot as hell down there.
Yeah.
Need rain in Chicago. My lawn looks like a bale of hay. My lawn looked like crap until we had this like day and a half of rain. Now it's green AF. All right. Anyway, Buckingham Nicks, go.
So there's the inside. What I like about Rhino is that the materials they use, the cardboard, is really thick. It just seems like good quality. So, Massive
You
taste.
got that pretty quick. Did you get that sent, or was it what?
Yeah, it got released the release day. I missed the release day by 2 days, and they'd pre-ordered ship. I can't even speak. That's the wine. Shipped it over, and I got it within 2 days after everybody got in America. So that's pretty quick. They're usually pretty quick, apart from the Wilco one, which took months. So I don't really know what happened there.
That one came by route, as you know. Very nice.
Get the inside. Number on this one was quite low, actually, Rich.
Ooh.
So out of 5,000, I've got 191.
Holy, that's pretty good. Yeah, there were so many different options of ways to get that, to deluxe version this and Amazon version that, and so very nice.
They do a nice inner sleeves as well.
Uh-oh, we got a question for you. Cab or Merlot, Chris?
I don't know what it is. Hang on. Are we drinking Cab or Merlot?
This is Irish Stout. I know what this is. It's quite tasty, too. You'll find it, hopefully.
Right.
I better unbig him. There we go.
So, Liz.
Oh, my word. That is interesting.
So, me and Liz usually drink French red. So, yeah.
We'll have to ask if Steve, are you suitably impressed? I am.
French red. We usually drink French red. That's it. Whenever we pop out or anything.
Very nice.
Tight original. Yeah, French red, pretty much.
Yes, but was it a good week, though?
Yes.
Good year, good week. You know what I mean. Elegant screw top? No, I'm kidding.
Coke.
Ooh, very nice. Of course.
I'm not drinking all, mate. I might have to give some to Liz, so bear with me.
And? You say that like it's a bad thing. Come on, man. All right, anyway, so Newman. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there was an extra one in there because I was at a record fair and they were selling it for like $2. And I'm not leaving a Gary Newman Berserker behind at a record fair for $2. So mine. So yeah, I have 5 copies of frickin' Berserker. There's probably more over there in that 125 Gary Newman CD pile I have. Oh, Steve says Napa Cab is his go-to. Fair enough. I am not a wine person. I never have been. I'm a beer guy. That's why I'm big. So be it.
I drink. I got beer here as well.
Yeah, you like your Madri.
I got something else. I bought something else tonight, actually.
Okay.
Hang on. I gotta go back in the kitchen. Hang on.
Okay, while he's gone, I'm gonna talk about. Whoops. Let's make me big. Hi there. Biffy Clyro. Biffy Clyro has a new album out. I'm waiting for it to show up. I ordered a deluxe edition signed from Warner United States. They say it's shipping Friday. Well, it's Friday. I've heard nothing. I'm imagining I know Biffy Clyro were doing some promotional work in the States because they were on Mike Pinfield's show on YouTube. It was really good. And they may have been putting all that together to ship out. So I have heard the new album for Biffy Clyro. I do not yet have the new album for Biffy Clyro. But the last album from Biffy Clyro, for some reason, I now have 4 different editions. Let's talk. All right. This is what happened. So this is the album called A Celebration of Endings. It's very nice, very cool. Super deluxe box set. Ordered it from Warner, United States. It has all kinds of Bippy Clyro goodness. Yeah, there's a record in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, hello. Is it on colored vinyl? I can't remember. It's so long. Yeah, it's on clear blue splatter spludge splash. I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway, it kind of matches that. So it's a celebration of endings. Did I pull the wrong album? Momentito, por favor. That's a myth of. Long story short, I'll keep this one short. Got this copy, showed up in a box that looked like it had fell out of the airplane, fell 40,000 feet to the ground, and exploded. Here's the spine. This is what that looks like. I sent them pictures. This is separating from the spine completely.
What?
Yeah. Vinyl miraculously intact, but I was like, for the amount of money I spent on this, let's say at the time, I mean, this came out like almost 10 years ago. I lied, 2020. This is during COVID. So 5 years ago, yeah, got this. I want to say this is around $60. Emailed them, sent them pictures. Oh, no problem. We can send you a new copy. I was like, I thought this was sold out.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So they did send me a new sealed copy, and that copy is staying sealed. So basically, I got two box sets for the price of one. One is my player copy. One is going to be my brand new one. And then my other reason for having multiples of other Biffy Clyro albums is usually they have like a blue edition, and then of course they have, oh, there's a different one with a red on it. And who has to have both? Me. Because I'm a Biffy Clyro completist. I'm not doing that for Futique though. So the vinyl that's coming, it's signed. It's in this very nice deluxe sleeve that I saw on Instagram today, and I'm told the guy, my copy hasn't even shipped yet. He got his out of England, and of course they ship quicker. That album actually came out last Friday, and all the shipping notices I've seen for that album in the States, Amazon, and anywhere else, that it was shipping today. So if I ordered a copy from Amazon right now, I could get it in 2 days.
Right.
Pre-ordered it months ago from frickin' Warner Brothers, and the damn thing has not shipped yet. So this kind of goes back to yesterday. Chance on Surface Noise was talking about this very issue. It's kind of like, why can't you guys? You're the OG distributor. Why can't you get your shit together? It just drives me nuts. All right. Steve has a comment here. I gotta take my glasses off for this. Aqualung. I have regular LP, UHQR. Oh, geez. OG CD, 30th, 40th box sets, 6 versions of Aqualung. Wow, that's a lot of versions. I have exactly one. And it's the one I emailed him about. I'll show you too. I'll show you in a minute. Hey guys, what's up, Morton? How are you?
You right, mate?
Let me sidetrack to Aqualung if I can find it. Where is it?
Okay, so the beer I'm also drinking is called Bira Moretti.
Oh, Moretti. I love Moretti. Is it
Yeah.
Moretti? The dark Moretti is my favorite.
I think so. There's 2 versions. This one, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's this one.
Yeah, that one's yummy. Yeah, Moretti is a good beer. All right, let's see if I can find it. All right, here it is. So this is Aqualung that was in that pile of freebies I got. And it is, make myself big. Hang on. There I am. Where is it? Right there.
Okay.
Allegedly, signed by Ian Anderson. So I sent pictures of this to Steve and had him look it up. Like, it could be he's one of those people who whose signature has changed a lot over the years. It ranges from just like Ian Anderson to very very nice cursive stuff. So is it real? I don't know. Do I care? Not really.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably frame it and hang it and put it over there and be like, cool. Yeah. Steve says hi to Morton. What's up? So yeah, so I've had Biffy Clyro multiples, and again, because I'm old, I got into Biffy Clyro in 2004, picked up all their stuff on CD. No lie, I need to do like a show and tell of just my Biffy Clyro crap, because I think I have about 60 or 70 things between 7-inch singles, doubles of those, signed copies of this, signed copies of that, CD singles, 7-inch singles, albums. Boom. I like the Pyro.
I ordered something today.
What? Do tell.
So, from recommendation from Sam St. John, who was on Rob's live stream the other night, and he was talking about Tommy Prine.
Yes, I saw that, and I was like, ooh. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's mentioned Tommy many times.
So,
songwriter, similar to his father, but not quite.
So, I ordered the album.
Have you streamed it?
Yeah, I streamed it. I loved it. Really good. Really kind of up my alley. Do you know what, Rich? I've noticed more and more. I'm getting more into songwriters because first of all,
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more songwriters for me. Like Adam Baldwin picked up
Alex Baldwin, Bruce Springsteen. Who else?
Yeah. What did I pick up the other week? The Whole Steady. That's kind of not in my genre so much, but I really enjoyed that. And okay,
Steve's out of here. He has to go pick up his wife.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Steve, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Yes, so it's becoming more songwriter music for me. I don't know how that happened.
No, I've noticed that with you since you kind of. I blame Rob. I blame Rob for everything. So, in your case, I blame Rob. Because he's sort of into that singer-songwriter, and he's discovering a lot of those along with you, especially Bruce.
Mm.
And yeah, it's easy to go down that rabbit hole.
This one, though, Rich, this at the moment is my favorite album this year.
I streamed that the other day. I liked it. It's one of those ones I need to play more to kind of get it into my brain to decide if I need to have it or if I'm fine with just streaming it.
This may come up on Sunday.
We'll allow it. Yeah, that would be a good example of an album that would fit that.
Yeah.
Thing. Trevor can't join us. He's still working for the next couple of hours. Bummer. Yeah, that's the hardest thing about finding a live stream time for me on this side of the pond. If I do it too early, American friends can't join. If I do it too late, you guys can't join unless you're staying up till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
There's no good time. It seems like there's no good time to do them. I was fully prepared to do this on my own.
That's why I started doing them on a Sunday at 8 o'clock my time, which would be around about lunchtime. I know it's a bit more awkward, but you find you get more traction on that one because most people are off on a Sunday.
It's true. For me, it's hard because we've talked about this. It's midday on a Sunday, and it's like, I would love to be out and about and doing this. And it's like, oh, I have a live stream.
Yeah.
But it's fine if the weather sucks, but lately the weather hasn't sucked on. Well, no, last Sunday was kind of so it worked out well. Orton's up to no good. Let's see what he says. He says, And the one he had the most versions of, Sticky Fingers and Band on the Run. There was a point with Band on the Run, I think I had 5. I had an original that was just dilapidated. Then they started doing reissues, and then I found a box set CD version, so that's 3. And the most recent issue, I think I'm down to 3, but at one point I had at least 4 copies of Band on the Run.
I tell you, I'm good at pulling a pint from a bottle.
Okay, yeah, that's the regular Moretti. I like Moretti. Cheers, happy Friday. Woo! I needed that. And Martin also says earlier split ends. Oh, where's the split ends comment? Did I miss it? Sorry. Oh, found it. Old eyes. Guys, keep in mind, A, my eyes suck. B, doing this on a laptop, the screen, because of the way StreamYard works, the person running the live stream gets the worst view ever. The comments are 900 times bigger than anything else. I record I have the most. Really, I know it sucks ass, especially if you have like 5 people on. You're like, I have the most vinyl copies of Split Ends. Oh, Wayada. I have 1. Robert, I don't have that one. And 5 of those. That's crazy. Wayada is one of those albums that I often see in the dollar bin in the United States. It was not their most popular album here. They did several cover variations, if I remember right, and it did not do well. Their biggest seller was that True Colors album, which I still love to this day. I like Split Ends. I don't love Split Ends. Sorry. All right. So there, we're back to there. I'm caught up in comments. Woohoo! All right. I want to talk about this album because this is another one that I have multiple copies of, to the point of why in the world do I have multiple copies of it? And it's the most iconic shoegaze album of all time. Do you know what it is?
Is it Nickelback?
No. Would you like to try again?
I'm trying to think of not your favorite artist. Are we? Okay.
Put it this way: this album is my favorite album of all time. I would possibly, I doubt it, possibly sacrifice all of my other albums and keep this.
Dark Side of the Moon.
That's not shoegaze.
I don't know, mate. I can't think. Go on. What is it? What is it?
My Bloody Valentine's Loveless.
Really?
Yes. This is my favorite album of all time, full stop. I know and understand and have assimilated every note of this album into my psyche. I hated this album when I first got it.
Okay, what's the backstory here then? Because if you hated it, then you love it. This kind of
okay. Well, the backstory was I saw. Okay, think back to MTV's 120 Minutes back in the late 80s. This album came out in '89, if I remember right. And I heard a song that's not on here. It's called "You Make Me Realize." And I was like, wow, that's a really interesting video. It's very strange, it's very chaotic, and it's very noisy. Then this album came out, and the song Soon became kind of like the single off of this album. Some others did too. Soon has a very catchy, repetitive drone to it with a very, almost jangle pop guitar work on it. And of course, you can't hear a word of the lyrics because they're just buried under everything. But I fell in love with Soon, and then I bought this. First time I ever owned this, I owned it on cassette. Right. I wish I still had that cassette because it's worth a fortune now. But I bought it on cassette. Then I, Like, it disappeared over time, and I bought it again on CD because it was in not the cheap racks, but it was a cheaper copy on the CD. Yeah, where it's like these are like the $5.99 CDs or whatever. Buy those, and played it, and I was like, this is really challenging music. Played it again. Okay, I like this song, and I kind of like that one. Played it again, and the more it was one of those albums like we're talking about on Sunday. The albums that the more you listen to, the more you kind of warm to them. This is probably the most prominent example of that. So since I find that this was also impossible to get on vinyl for years and years and years and years. An original sells for absolute stupid money. I don't have an original, but I have reissues. So I had kind of an unofficial reissue that I have since VCLT'd to Alex Beer and Vinyl because he's been looking for one for ages. And I'm like, of the ones that I have, that's the one I'm willing to sacrifice. I sent that to him. This is the one where after their next album after this called MBV, just lowercase, they reissued this on their own label. So I had that. Then Sony Japan issued another version of it, which now, can I really discern how much different these sound? Yeah, there's like bits and pieces that sound better, but because it was like, ooh, Japan, how's it sound good? And it does. So Sony Japan issue.
Right, can we just slow it down 2 seconds, man? Because I want to know about this. I'm quite interested now. So, Japanese pressings compared to American or UK pressings, and Rich, is there much of a difference? Be honest. Can you tell the difference or not?
It depends. It depends on what it is, quite honestly. There's something, I don't know, other videos and other people on YouTube will explain this way better than I can. But something into production centers of Japanese pressing plants use higher quality vinyl to press stuff, and it is inherently, everybody is just like, oh my god, it's Japanese pressing, it has to sound good, and they usually do. Just saying. So that's the truth. I found that one through Turntable Lab. Is this the one I'm going to talk about next?
I always be quite interested
because this is the Japanese copy.
I was quite interested because you always see, like, on the vinyl community, kind of people talking about, Japanese pressings and how good this really sounds, and they pay more money for it. And I just thought, is it a marketing thing, or
not a marketing ploy? No, it is not a marketing ploy. It is well and truly. I'm not going to hold it for fact for every single Japanese pressing, but by and large, people gravitate to it's like, oh my god, if it's a Japanese pressing, they will pay $10, $20, $30, $40 more just because it's a Japanese pressing. True story.
But then you've got to have a good sound system to make it sound better than the normal pressing. Obviously,
because it's pressed on better vinyl. Full stop. Now, whether that's true nowadays with pressing plants and the way shit's going, but anyway. All right, the last one I have is the Domino UK pressing of Loveless, which to my ears actually is the best of the ones I have had since forever. So there you go. So cassette, vinyl, 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 vinyl. Ever did an 8-track, so I didn't have to worry about that one. Thank God. Oh, and I had on CD too. Reissued. I forgot about this part. There was a flaw in the first initial run of the, I think it's a 2 CD set that, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but anyway, they reissued it with a different something or other. So I've owned 8 different versions of this freaking album in my lifetime. So, yeah. But I kid you not. You being singer-songwriter guy, if you played that album, you would go, this is freaking noise. It's an auditory onslaught. I'm so glad I saw them in concert, but it was it was cacophony. Morton says it was called Boyata. It's a Maori word. Okay, internationally and corroborated in Australia. I did not know that. An Aboriginal word, meaning song or singing in both languages. The poem was used a native word in every country. Interesting.
Do you know Morton would be a really, really good kind of history teacher? Wouldn't he? Music history teacher. Yeah. I can
Music history in multiple languages.
Yeah. Richard even speaks Welsh, mate.
Oh, I know. It's like Morton, I actually want to ask Morton this. Morton, how many languages are you fluent in? Those would be Swedish, Norwegian, Welsh, English, obviously. At least 4 that I know of. But I'd be interested to know. Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, if I can't see you going, oh my God, My Bloody Valentine is the best thing I've ever heard.
What kind of, okay, My Bloody Valentine, I've heard of them, okay, but what kind of other bands do they sound like, or do they just sound unique? Is it one of them bands?
They're unique. They are like the definition of what shoegaze sounds like is My Bloody Valentine.
I have to check out now, aren't I?
I mean, they're different now. If you've seen my deep dives into shoegaze, like all 3 videos, you would know. No, I'm kidding.
It's been a while since I've seen that one. Okay,
but
so
there's like a spectrum. There's a whole spectrum of shoegaze from everything from very ambient dream pop to super hardcore noise, and My Bloody Valentine leans on the noisy side of it, but they just mastered, or they had mastered, the kind of combination. For me, it's the drone. There's this undertone of just that just hits the right centers of my brain. That just makes me just go, oh, this is so good.
How many albums have they got out? Because on Apple Music, it's only showing 3.
Hang on a minute. He knows a little Welsh. You don't speak it. Okay. Thank you, by the way. I need to. It's not the best day. Oh, I'm sorry. Even though I just saw the Pavement movie, awesome, and had a long walk. So you're turning your day around. I have had a crazy week, but it's been enjoyable. Okay, My Bloody Valentine. What?
How many albums have they got out? Because on Apple Music, they're only showing 3.
Okay, they have some early stuff that is just not even listenable. Strawberry and Wine is okay. I like that one. But anyway, Isn't Anything is essentially sort of like My Bloody Valentine becoming Loveless version. So Isn't Anything is a hard listen for me because the songs vary so much. It's very dramatic. Then Loveless. Then the last album they did, 10 years ago, is MBV. Just it's a purple album cover and it just says MBV. Which for me, the MBV album is like a triad of 3 different types of sound experiments to me. There's conventional and My Bloody Valentine. Then there's kind of a different take on it where it's a little not harsher, but just there's a different tone. Then the last section is very experimental, and there's a song that's all drums, and it's fucking awesome. But yeah, so I can't see you liking My Bloody Valentine. I'm not going to encourage you to go down that rabbit hole.
No, I think the way you're describing it, where it's kind of all over the place, I think with my music, I need a bit of structure. You know what I'm like with songwriters and that kind of stuff.
No, but you like Defeat Clyro, which is kind of all over the map too.
Yeah,
so
I'll give it a stream. So me and Liz are going to the beach tomorrow, so I'll give it a stream while I'm down there and listen to it and see, and I'll check it out. So big news on my side this week. I've packed in the vaping.
Ooh, do tell.
So yeah, I gave up smoking for 10 years, went to work for a certain company, and then started back up again. And this week I woke up Monday morning and I thought, right, that's it. I'm done. So yeah, it's been a lot harder than I thought. Do you know what I found with vaping? It's more becomes more habit. It's always in your hand. And since I've given up, I've seen so many people vaping. It's
Sure, I'm not going to say it's all the rage here, but I don't see as many people vaping now as I did when vaping was first becoming the thing.
because vaping was all intended, wasn't it, at the beginning, to stop people smoking cigarettes. And now it just seems like I got the stage where my breath. I was losing my breath just walking from room to room, and Liz was like, can we pack this in now? Because you said it was going to be 6 months, and that was fucking 4 years ago. So,
Oops.
well, yeah, I just decided to, for my health issues, just decide to stop it. I won't stop drinking, but let's go with the vaping side of it. I don't really need is more habit. I was down to like 0.1 vape, like strength wise, and you don't know what else is going inside that shit. You see stuff on the news of people, kids and stuff vaping. And
Well, yeah, and now there's this whole thing in Colorado right now where they're trying to get legislation to stop what I call the candification of candy scents and candy this, and it gets kids hooked on that. And there's like all kinds of bad shit in the vape that gets you addicted. So just saying. My father was a heavy smoker. Here's my thing. My father was a very heavy smoker most of his life. He started very young, like 14.
Yeah.
The day he turned 50, he stopped cold turkey. I kid you not. But even despite that, he developed other habits. And he passed at 71, heart attack. Gone. And it's like, wow. So, but congratulations on making that life change. It is not an easy thing. I have dialed back quite a lot of this. It looks like I drink a lot, and my channel is obviously inherently. He talks about music and gets drunk. No, I don't.
Yeah, he's constantly just drinking all day. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, right. The minute I get up, the minute I go to bed. No. I dialed back quite a bit, but I will say that the craft brewing industry with things getting as expensive as they are has sort of forced that card, because you either have money to pay bills and shit, or you kind of go, oh. So I've dialed back. And plus, being retired, I don't want to be the barfly that's at the fucking bar every day. I know those people. I don't want to do that. It's not,
So when was the last time you came to the UK?
When what?
When was the last time you came to the UK?
I came for my niece's wedding, which was 2008. It's been a very long time.
Okay, so there was
a stretch where I went like 6 or 7 years in a row. So it was like 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so you heard of the pub chain called Wetherspoons?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Wetherspoons is the perfect advert for any alcoholic that doesn't work. They open at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m., right? They tend to have a breakfast there for like £5, full breakfast for a £5.
Bargain.
And then, this God's honest truth, me and Liz have seen this happen. Some guy has just gone straight onto the brandy. From a cooked breakfast, straight on the brandy. And I'm just going, okay, I just had breakfast. It's like I've done it on like a lads, if we've gone away with the lads for a weekend, or there's been like a stag, or there's been something, or a birthday party or whatever. We kind of do it, but I was looking at this guy going, good God, and you talk about walking to a bar, and it's kind of like
Yeah.
the same people in the same seats at the bar, But I just think more and more people are staying in now, Rich.
Yeah.
It's getting so expensive, and how can we afford to keep this vinyl, habit going if we're out all the time? So,
Yeah, this is which is cheaper, drinking or vinyl? Wow. Pick a habit. Which is the worst habit, drinking or vinyl? Oh, Lordy, that's a bad
right.
one.
Yeah. I don't know. Gotta be honest.
It's probably 6 of one, half dozen the other. And like with anything in life, moderation is key.
But
This month, vinyl wise, has not been moderation. It's been nuts.
I was going to say, me and you have absolutely crushed that over September time, August, September, because we were talking about this the other day. You've got absolutely nuts on buying.
Well, then I end up with like 35, 40 freebies. I'm like, holy shit! I have like, what, 50 new records this month. 50. I don't think there were years where I don't buy 50 in an entire freaking year, and this month has been that much. But
I think a lot of it to do with me though was a lot of pre-orders. I ordered
yeah, well, that's what happened to me. Plus, one of them got pushed out to October, so now I have one coming in October, and I'm still waiting on the Biffy Clyro. So I'm anticipating I won't get the new Biffy Clyro until October.
Yeah.
And then the other one. And if I have my way, I'm not buying one freaking record next month. None. Because I need time to absorb what I have now. I don't need new stuff. So.
I've already got 2 pre-orders for October.
I looked at the October list and I was intrigued, but it wasn't like where you get the record store day list and you want, I want this. The October list was like, I can live without any of those.
Yeah.
So I'm good there.
Nothing's really grabbed my attention apart. No, nothing really, because even the Mandatory Preachers album that they're bringing out, you can still get that on vinyl as it is. There's no greatest hits of that one.
Right. So why are they doing it? I don't get it.
I pre-ordered the Stereophonics.
Naughty.
Yeah, I had to though, didn't I? He was on purple vinyl.
I know. Then how many copies of that will that make you in? I have 14 copies of that now.
So it'll be this one. Hang on. Get at it. So it'll be this one that they re-releasing.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yes. Okay.
So this one got the Dakota on it. Dakota was the big one.
Show it off while you're at it. So what's where is that in their discography? Earlier, later, middle?
Early, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, their 5th album.
Okay.
And they've got 9 albums out. So yeah. So I've ordered as well the 45 single. The Dakota one. That's on purple vinyl. And you know me, I haven't got any 45s at all. So
I have some, I just don't play them. They just kind of like exist under my turntable in a happy scent, little puppy. They just sit there. Fun fact: you said Stereophonics is on number 9 for albums.
Let me just double check. 2 seconds, mate. I think
it is. Why do you pick that? Biffy Clyro's Futique is number 10, and it's their 30th anniversary as a band.
Are we counting live albums, or are we just doing studio albums?
I don't know. Are we?
Hang on.
If I
Let's go
counted Newman albums, he would have like 50 freaking albums out. So
Yeah.
let's make us normal size. There we go. Finish this. All right, water o'clock. What time is it here? It's 4:05.
Sorry, I misjudged that. They've got 15 albums out. Misjudged that completely. 15 albums. That's not including live albums. That's just studio albums.
Oh wow, they've been prolific.
Started in '97. So I just want to picture this for people who are listening who are not from Britain. Every studio album has gone straight to number one in the UK.
And Biffy Clyro's new one went number one today.
I did it? Oh, well done, lads.
I was very pleased. So it was like, yay! So they have had 4 number ones. Good for them. Could I name them all? No, but because half of them, no, more than half of them, almost all of them have never gotten released in the US. Full stop. Yeah. Rick's waffling on about Biffy Clyro again. Whatever.
I think Brian would enjoy Biffy.
Probably. I can think of a handful of people. You know what? This is what I think is people in the vinyl community, you have to be intrigued enough to be motivated to just go and check stuff out.
Yeah.
And I think it depends on how much time you have on your hands. If you're still working and you have family and yada yada, it's harder. But for someone like me, Jack at Vinyl Voyage will tell about some psych thing from 1968. And I'm like, wow, that sounds really cool. And I look it up and stream it or whatever. But I'm just trying to stop buying.
But we can't. It's a drug.
It isn't quite. I'm trying to understand why I can't. Let me backtrack again. In January, I told myself I was going to start streaming more stuff and spending time, in that kind of thing, where you make a playlist of new things that you're listening to that are really cool and just leave it there and stream it. And what has happened time and time again is I stream them multiple times. And I go, yep, I really need this on vinyl. And this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. And it just keeps. So nothing's changed. And I'm like, fuck. Why can't I just be happy with streaming it? It's on my bloody phone. It's all here.
Do you know what it is, Rich? It goes back to childhood. It's the physical media of sitting down, putting the record on, looking at the artwork, looking at the lyrics, what the artist has put in for you to read. I always go back to that. I do every time.
Maybe so, but half the time I don't even do that. I prop the album up over there and I go about my day with the music blasting in the house. I love the music. Do I need the physical piece? That's what I don't understand.
But you own that. It's yours. Nobody can take that away from you.
It's here.
I know.
Why do I need it here? I could play it on this. Oh, yeah. Granted, it sounds better in its physical format. I do understand that. Oh, what's going on? Hang on. Messages incoming. All right.
Yeah, I just think it's a whole thing of you've got to walk over, for instance, right? You've got to walk over to the record player, right? You've got to pull it up, right? You've got to turn it on, right? You've got to put a record onto itself, right? You've got to put the needle on that record. Put the needle on the record. You either leave it open or closed. I usually leave it open.
This is faster.
You connect to the speakers, and you take the whole thing in.
I know. Plus, when I'm listening to music on my phone, it's usually on earphones. I wear hearing aids, and I usually when I'm deaf on this side, so I'm hearing. If I go walking, I wear like a Bluetooth head thing on this side because I can't hear on this side. Anyway, it doesn't sound as good, but it's like, oh yeah, I got music to listen to while I'm walking. But it's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey,
right.
boss.
Oh, hang on. Do. I was there we go. Hey boss, what's up? Happy Friday. Woohoo!
I've had an idea how to get Boz on for a live stream, Rich.
Ooh, do tell.
But it may involve you in the week. We may have to do a live stream in the week. We might have to do one in the week and one on a Sunday. But we'll.
It's the week. It's Friday. Hello.
Yeah.
He says happy Friday for sure. For sure.
Happy Friday, mate.
There you go. Oh, I'm empty. Damn it. Oh well. That's okay. I've behaved today, more or less. I will drink my water and contemplate what I'm having for supper.
So, it looks like in the next 2 weeks now, I'm going to do an interview with Frank from 33 RPM.
That'll be fun.
And what I'm going to do is I have my favorite vinyl community hosts and creators, people I enjoy watching. Maybe I'm going to put a poll up on my channel or like questions, and just what questions would you've always wanted to ask Frank, and then pretty much go from there. So yeah,
I'm laughing because we could always be like total jerks about it. You go, ask him, what's your favorite color?
Yeah, what's the ratio of your Crown Royal and your Diet Pepsi?
Exactly. What do you like on your pizza? Are you a pineapple person for pizza?
Yeah.
Let's see. What's this? Oh, a post. Okay, never mind. I get so many notifications and 14 different platforms. Like, is this a message, or is this just a notification of another YouTube video, which it was? But yeah, Frank would be interesting. I have to give some thought about what I would want to ask him. He's covered such a crazy range of stuff. Not just, I mean, I know he's a metalhead, but he's not exclusively a metalhead. He's into equipment. He's into everything. So
I think
one of my questions for him would be, what would he like to see Record Store Day actually offer? Because I'm seriously over the fact that Record Store Day issues are usually a combination of stuff that people really want and stuff nobody wants. Do we need a Starship We Built This City 45 RPM picture disc? No. And there's still billions of them sitting in the fucking piles. Why did you waste your time doing that when you could spend that money pressing something of more relevance?
Like, I'm not gonna, because it's going to be like 30 minutes or 20 minutes talking to him. I want to get to the questions that people want to ask him. Kind of,
yeah.
Like I'm not going to ask him, why did you get into vinyl? Well, obviously because he likes to listen to records. So I'm going to go straight into the questions. Going, is it what you expected it to be when you started collecting vinyl records? Has it met your expectations? And then go from there, I think.
Question, Bonds, is this a question for us, or is this a question for
If it's a question for us, it'll be 5 years. 5 years in November since I started the channel.
And for me, this Friday live stream thing has been just a few weeks. But anyway, all right. Bonds says I bought a couple of his shirts over the years. Yeah. His shirts are really cool.
So I'll show you a little cool thing that Frank sent me for Christmas. Not many people actually got this, but it's the actual slip mat from 33 RPM.
Oh, yes. Ooh, that is pretty. Hang on, I gotta make you big because I want to see that. There it is. Oh, neat. So do you keep that on your turntable, or is it just like hiding over there?
Yes, it's literally on my turntable. This is the one
Yeah.
that's on the turntable at all times.
Cool.
So yeah, he's been a good. Frank was the first one that I interacted with on the vinyl community, and we kind of added each other on Facebook, and we've been talking for years and years and years. Even before I had the channel, we were talking. And he's friends with Liz on Facebook, and he would send the kids happy birthday and stuff like that.
Oh, that's sweet.
And he'd send me like
Wow.
random stuff for Christmas, and I've sent him stuff that he can't get hold of in Canada. But we always stay
I don't know
connected.
him that well.
Yeah, and I just said that because I wanted to do a live stream with him, and he's like, "Look, mate, I haven't got time. Literally, I got the kids. Mrs. working from home. And there's a lot going on." So I was like, "Well, should we do an interview?" He's like, "Yeah, brilliant. Let's do that." So
Do it.
next 2 weeks. So I want some people to come up with some questions. I just think it'd be good as use a vinyl community question from Richard's Vinyl Tap House, and then I'll put your channel up on the screen. So there it is. That kind of thing I was thinking of, Rich.
I had fun getting ready for this live stream today because I went on not Chat GPT, but the Microsoft thing. I have just freebie on my PC. Create a picture that says, it's in a tap house. It says Richard's Vinyl Tap House with the question, and it came up with several different. It took 3 or 4 tries to make this thumbnail for this stream,
Yeah.
but when it did, I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm becoming. I used to be like really dubious about AI, but for certain purposes, it's fine. All right. Oh, those questions were for Frank. So the question was, how long has he been creating these videos? He's been around for a long time.
I'm gonna say it's got to be over 10 years.
That's what I was thinking. At least 10 years. I can't think how long his channel's been around. Yeah,
It's
that would be cool. I'm trying to see if you have another question, Buzz. I just see comments. Very nice. Cool. All right. Anyway, go away. What time is it? Quarter after. Not bad.
oldest video. Here we are. The first video put out was 14 years ago.
Holy.
So
He was a young person.
But his actual audio file preview was 10 years ago, and that's when he started taking it seriously. So you can see him showing his record collection off.
Hang on, let me make that go away.
And then he started doing it with his mate, and then it kind of went from there.
Oh, very nice.
And now he's got
his channel had just evolved. It just looked more and more professional every single year that it's just so good.
And now he's got 83.2 thousand subscribers.
That's crazy. Boz says, yeah, a long time. That's a lot. Man, I don't think Madsey's even been on that long. That's crazy. So
yeah, so
figure. Boz said his has been around for about 9 years now. You've been around for 5+, right?
It'll be five years November I started, but it's only the last, if I'm being honest, the last year and a half I've been taking it seriously. Be more consistent. Because before, Rich, it was just me cataloguing what I've got pretty much.
Right.
So,
which is not a bad thing. This is actually a decent place to do that. It's entertaining and serves a purpose. Like, I have this and this and this.
Yeah. And like it got to the stage where Liz said to me, she was like, what are you going to do with the YouTube channel? Like, are you going to keep it, or are you going to? And I just thought, I'll just screw it. I'll just go for it now, because I've been around for, I think it was like 3 years then, 3.5 years. And I was like, and that's why I started seeing people doing live streams and stuff. I was like, oh, people do watch people then talking about records. It's not just a few big ones like Frank and.
No, I mean, if you're like me, you're sick to death of watching mindless TV.
Yeah.
I would rather have, even in the background, I would rather have people talking about music than listening to some laugh track sitcom that I have no interest in watching. So yeah, I would much rather have this on. I think I know I watch way more YouTube now than I do of
Oh yeah.
any form of TV. Full stop. So
Well, I got YouTube Premium, so that says it all, doesn't it?
yeah, well, that's fine. You do
Adverts. I
you. I'm
can't
trying
use
to
it.
budget. I dropped shit like Netflix because I was just like they keep upping the price and the quality of the TV. It's just like, you know
Yeah.
what? Half of the premium stuff I had satellite TV and I dropped that. I just, like, no, I'm not paying for all this stuff. You engage in like probably less than 1% of what's available is what you watch or listen to, but you're paying for all of it. I want to pay for what I'm listening to or watching, not all of it. And that until that happens, just happening. Premium.
And I tell you for why. This is why. This is the main one is so that I don't get ads. The second reason is, okay, if you got YouTube Premium, you get YouTube Music free. Okay.
True, that is true.
And Liz's kids use YouTube Music.
Okay.
So, and it's used by the whole family. Liz uses my YouTube Premium when she's teaching the oboe in schools, or the recorder, or the flute, because it's easier for her to go on a phone and put it onto
Sure.
the big screen on Premium, because there's no ads and there's no interruptions in schools. Rich, you notice like one
Oh,
interruption.
I know exactly. Yeah,
So it's
my
easier.
school district has all these restrictions on YouTube that I'm just like, I've stopped using YouTube at school.
And she's started. I told her the other day that if you download them onto a playlist on your phone, that's all you've got to do is just play them. So you don't need internet anyway.
So,
So for the family, it works out for me, even though the price
yeah,
keeps going. But
for me, I ended up having to have a separate YouTube system for school, and then this, and it was a pain in the ass. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just stop. Yeah,
yeah, she was quite lucky because she goes to different schools, so that she has to. She can't.
why? But
Well, yeah,
that, well, keep in mind, I'm in an huge urban metropolis. We have like 50,000 kids in our school district. It's ginormous. But so everything had to be kind of streamlined for security and all that. And they just keep ramping that level up and up to the point where it's like, I might as well just not do anything YouTube related because you can't access it. And I was just like, oh, well, screw it. That's fine. So be it. What's on your weekend plans? Anything exciting?
So me and Liz are traveling down with Liz's mum and dad tomorrow, to put the caravan away for the winter.
Ooh, very nice.
So we've got to put the plastic sheeting on it and make sure everything's wrapped up properly. Then they're taking us for lunch. So part of the deal was, if we're going to come and help you, your dad said, "Well, we'll take you for lunch," and I was like, "Oh, let's get the biggest thing on the menu then."
You won't
and
have time to go to record stores. Oh, man.
And then tomorrow night, I might treat her to a Chinese.
There you go.
And then Sunday, we have, like, you know, because you've been to Britain, we're going to have Sunday dinner, Sunday roast beef dinner.
Yep.
Have a nap in the afternoon, and then get ready for the live stream on Sunday evening. So, yeah.
Perfect. I don't get time to do that because I'm just in the middle of the day. I feel like I like the live streams on Sunday. The time is just so because I feel like I'm running around like crazy in the morning to get shit done. And then I just feel my anxiety raising closer it gets towards like noon. And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get ready for that. Yeah.
But everybody loves you on the live stream, Rich.
Hmm?
Everybody loves you on the live stream on Sunday.
Well, I'm so lovable. Whatever. whatever. But yeah, I love doing these. I like the Friday thing. I've loved doing because I feel like I can decide if I'm going to do it or not.
Yeah.
This was totally. I just got home and I had the idea, and I was like, I'll go with it. Fuck it, why not? Um, and they're fun. They get a surprising number of views, sometimes more than a lot of my videos. But that's cool. Yeah, I think I'm at a point in life where it's things that are scheduled cause me a lot of anxiety. And it's just like, oh yeah, I got to do this thing, and the clock ticking down to.
Do you find it? We should yeah, we should be talking about this when we're not doing a live stream. But anyway, we'll do a councillors meeting now. So do you find just in case anybody else out there is on the same issue, do you find it easier when I got more guests on, or do you find it easier when we got less guests on?
Six of one, half dozen the other. It doesn't really matter. The
Okay.
nice thing about you running it is the fact that you're running it. I just show up. It should be easier, but usually it's not. Again, I think it's because it's scheduled. I've spent my entire career having everything scheduled. Get up at this time, get to this place at this time, make sure you're here. You have to get this. The bell rings, the kids come in. It's just a nonstop circus of having a life that's been scheduled. And I don't have that anymore. And I'm just like, oh wait, I have something scheduled.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. But that's true with concerts, doctor's appointments, all of it. It's scheduled. And I was like, ooh. Yeah. It's me. Yeah, well, fuck off.
This is why I love Rich. Yeah, whatever. Fuck up.
I know who that is. They can leave a message, and I know what the message is going to be, and I'm glad because I was going to stop by there earlier, but I didn't. So be it. We're at the hour and a half mark, which I think is fine. I've talked about all my multiples that I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I did a whole video about that pile sitting over there. Yeah, I will admit I'm having a hard time thinking about albums that match the topic for Sunday. Really hard time.
Okay, I might change.
I just need to sit down in front of this pile and look through stuff and go, yeah, that took me a long time to get into that one. But I can think of some petty records that took me a very long time to get into that I'm like, yeah, I really like that now. When I got it, it just kind of like, I got this album, put it away and didn't listen to it for however long. So there's some of those. I just need to look deeper.
It's like the Pulp album. The reason I got this idea was from the Pulp album, the new one.
Yeah.
I was thinking, it took me twice to get the new song, and it took me another 10 listens to get the album.
I'll be honest, that's a good example because I streamed that. The first time I streamed that, I was just like, meh.
Yeah.
It is growing on me too. I still haven't bought it, but it is growing. That's an example of one. Would I be happy just streaming this until there's a point where maybe I do decide I need to buy it, quote, quote. But,
I'll quickly show them because just in case they're not going to join Sunday. But this is the album we're talking about, the Pulp album.
Yeah, that one more. Yeah.
More.
And they're coming. Have they come already? They might have already come to Red Rocks. And I thought about going, and tickets were expensive, and I like Pulp, but I don't love them. That kind of thing. Hang on, Boz says a comment. My wife and I sat down and made a 30-minute video just talking about Van Halen. A bunch of the albums, what we like, etc. And
is your wife going to be on the video then, Boz?
Yes, saying that they sat down together and did the video, and I'm like, that's cool. Coming out next week to a channel near you. Go to that vinyl channel, boys and girls, and check that out sometime next week. Yeah, that would be. Well, that's like this. I invited a bunch of people that I knew would kind of fit this multiple albums mold.
Okay.
And Sam was busy. Rob was busy. Trevor's Trevor's working, because he's an hour behind me, so he's still at work. I get it. So the timing wasn't great. So Boz says, yeah, his wife is on there.
Good. Cool.
So that's kind of what's going down.
Cool.
So I'm going to wrap this up and maybe chit chat with you for a bit after we're done. But hour and a half, perfect. It's like movie length. Woo!
Yeah.
I was watching the viewer count throughout this. It got up to about 9 at one point. It was pretty good. Not a whole lot of comments, but those of you who did comment, I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of this Tappy Hour, and have a wonderful weekend. Come to join Chris and I on Sunday on his channel over there, and we'll talk more music. Take care, everybody. Let's end this here, and we're out. I hope.